Just before we start, the grind is not today. I know, it usually is. It'll be tomorrow, okay? I wanted to make the Centurion video yesterday, but I kind of, yeah, you'll see why. But there you go. It'll be tomorrow for the grind. So the Centurion Action 10 was buffed. Probably a little bit too much, but, well, just like with everything wargaming does, they push it too far, then probably bring it back down in about 4 months, and then nerf it to the ground in 6. So either way, it has been buffed. I went and marked it before the mark requirements went up, and as you can probably see, they didn't actually go up that much. I was kind of expecting them to go up to about like 4.5 to 5k, as like all the very, very good players will suddenly just play it, but they didn't. And they're only at, you know, sub 4.3. As you can see, it was around about 4,000 to market. It was, I think, 4,007 yesterday. And then the day before that, it was like 4,000 flat. I just went and tried to mark it before the requirements went up. And then that way, you get a nice easy third mark on a tank that's been recently buffed. I mean, I say somewhat easy mark. It took me 102 games in 48 hours. Just on the Centurion Action 10. But it's done now. Now, while I was playing this tank, and I have a very, very good feel for this tank now, after the buffs, I have tried many, many different equipment slots and loadouts. I have tried HP Turbo Rammer. I tried experimental HP, experimental turbo, and a rammer. I've even tried, you can ditch the stab and go with IAU. None of them really worked as well as just the default Vents Rammer V-stab. It just didn't, at least for me. Sure, if you can play with a different equipment loadout and do extremely well, then fine, whatever, I don't care. For me, this worked. You don't necessarily need the V-stab on this because the stabilization values are actually really, really good. However, I do quite like to have V-stab on it because it just means that it never blooms. Like the thing doesn't bloom at all. You can, you know, turn the turret all the way and it just won't bloom. Especially when you're in kind of close quarters fighting. The problem with this tank is that the gun is super good now, but the platform it's on is absolutely awful. Like, sure, it goes fast. It got buffed up to 55 top speed, so you can actually get that all the way up to 62. I believe I have the view range field mod on. Yeah, I do. So you can go to 59 with a turbo, and obviously if you use the field mod, it will go to 62, and that's with Bond turbo. You could just use a normal turbo, it'd be absolutely fine. But for maps like Malinovka, turbo is quite nice for this slot. And obviously, all of this can be done with standard equipment. You don't have to use bonded, you don't have to use bounty. It'll work very, very similar. But the reason being that I chose the field mod to actually limit the top speed is because you get basically 500 meters view range without optics. This is really, really nice to have. You can spot so much. I mean, speaking about the line, also the 7-1 got buffed and the Centurion 1 got buffed. I didn't mind these two tanks beforehand. So I now think that this line is actually just completely fine to grind. You shouldn't really run into any issues grinding all the way down this line now. Not that I ran into any beforehand, but now it should be even better. Anyway, we're going to play 2 games in this thing and show you what this is like now. Okay, so just using the standard Vents Rammer V-stab, you can also see that I've dropped 4% in this already. So yeah, I'm not going to lie, it took me a long time to actually mark this over the last few days. Or a couple of days, I should say. I've basically been playing this non-stop, and that is why there was no video yesterday, and why the grind is being moved to tomorrow, for reasons obviously I wanted to get a video out yesterday, but never did because I was playing this for about 10 hours, and that's not an exaggeration. I was genuinely playing this tank for around about 10 hours. I don't know where this guy is, by the way. Can I get a shot on this 279? Probably not. One thing to note about this tank is the HE rounds are really nice on this. Really, really nice. They're sort of like the Leo one. Obviously, 105 pen, which is exactly the same as the Leo one, I believe. But because you get so much ammo as well, you're in exactly the same kind of situation as the Leo one, where you can just take loads. Like, I could even take 10 of these if I wanted to. I'd take like a 50-50 loadout of AP, CR and heat, just because why not? But you could easily take like, I think at one point I was taking like 22, 35, 10 or something like that. Obviously this game at the moment that we're playing in is not going great. So, welcome to Karelia. Oh, and by the way, I also started playing up around the ABC 123 area on Karelia, and no, it doesn't change. No, it's still a bad map. So, yes, because what happens is you win the location and then you lose, just like how you win this location and then you lose. I wish there was like something they would do to the maps, because they are really stagnant once you actually win a flank. I mean, while we're sitting here, I might as well speak about the turret armor on this thing. It basically doesn't have any. The thing is, you need to play this like you kind of don't have turret armor. So yes, you can play it, but don't expect it to bounce. Like, you can play it on a ridgeline and you can, you know, get a few lucky bounces and stuff like that, but if they hit basically below your gun or around your gun, you will get penned. Like, it's just, that's just how it is. Kind of unfortunate. Leo is putting, I can't really shoot him. We should be okay here for now. Also, I don't mind like them changing the minimap and moving the names of the tanks, but it is kind of off-putting at the same time. I'm gonna switch to heat. I would love this AMX to come and help me. We repaired that. And this 279 will die. Well done, 279. Well played. See if we can get a shot on this Progetto. Nice. I just want to try and peek up and just get the spotting if I can. A little bit unfortunate. I have HE loaded here, but he didn't even pen. Whatever. Yeah. Nothing you can do in these types of games. Like 3 to 15, there is nothing you can do. No, there was definitely no winning that. But yeah, this tank, although the gun's great, doesn't really have turret armor, definitely doesn't have hull armor. The platform that the tank's on isn't good. It's fast, great gun, but it's not a Leo. You can't really play it the same way as a Leo. It kind of sits in between a Leo and like a 121B. Because a 121B has decent turret armor. Like, you can go hold down and, you know, yeah, sure, you got cupolas, but if they miss those cupolas, then they'll bounce. Whereas with this thing, if they miss your cupola, which is very big, they can just pen anywhere, really, around where my mouse is going. Pretty much anywhere around there, and even higher up. It's kind of a pain. Anyway, on to another one. I'm actually going to choose turbo for this. You might have seen me quickly switch it there. Because what I want to do is get to like this area over here. What is this? Like B8? Yeah, roughly. Like C8 and B8 kind of area. As you can see, it is zooming. It is against tier 8s, so why I want to go over this side is because you do sort of have turret armor against tier 8s. I say sort of, because the cupola is extremely big. So, yes. At the same time, you kind of don't. But if you can get up here early on enough, you can quickly go hold down and get a free shot on anyone that's crossing over into this bit. So we just wait. Lovely. Free shot right there. And now we can go hold down here. And this eye is free. Going to try and track him. He missed the track, but that's fine. M451. Did he hit the cupola or did he just go straight through? No, he hit the cupola. Fair enough. This guy's firing standard rounds, which is very good for us. That one went low. It's unfortunate. As you can see, even when we hold down, we can try and block it with the gun, but yeah, not really going to change much. Oh, there is a tortoise. Lovely. Tortoise and a mouse. Look at this farm that has just been presented to us. Nice shot, Max. Can I shoot this? Yes, we can. Obviously moving to heat for the tortoise and the other more heavily armoured tanks. Not that we probably need heat for him, but... There we go. Trying to find the spot on the gun mantlet that you can actually pen. And now, what I would like to do, because you can already see we're up to 3.6k. Sorry. Just trying to get past. Start going and just farming this mouse now. And obviously, with the turbo, we're more than fast enough to go forwards and backwards. That one missed. That's unfortunate. And you know what? We're not even going to... maybe we will, actually. 7 damage. Lovely. I'm going to say, we probably should have just ran straight away. I'm going to go back to normal rounds. Normal AP. We probably should have just started running straight away, just so we can get ahead of our team. Because, like, when you're trying to mark tanks especially, you want to be, like, so far ahead of your team, right? Like, when you're already playing, you need to be thinking, like, okay, where am I going after this? And unfortunately, everything is kind of dying a little bit too fast now, though. Clean up him. Now what I want to try and do, this is probably going to be a stupid idea, but we're going to do it anyway because we are stupid. Yes. We're just going to go straight to try and claim anyone that's crossing over this side. I don't think I'm going to go up. I think I'm going to go around, like, and up through here. I think this is the best idea. Because at least that way, yeah, there's people that are over the right hand side still. I don't think we have shots. No. I am going to use heat for this 430U because it's a 430U. No. Although, the rear of him, we don't need heat. Could actually probably heat at him. Just for science. Yeah, can. Lovely. We get one more in. Do a little bit of ramming. 5.6. Lovely. So yeah. Turbo helping out there. I kind of think that it's worth it. The view range field mod. To take off a little bit of speed. Especially when you're kind of getting already very good speed. Like, you don't really need anything more than like 60 kilometers an hour. Realistically in a medium. And even like... Hello. And even like 53, because they buffed it to 55, so you take off 2 kilometers an hour, it's still okay, so even with vents. Yeah, medium tank 9 has been completed. Wonderful. And we can apply, why not? I think that this is the... Oh no, there is a few more. Because I accidentally completed this mission with honours while I was doing... playing the Centurion. But I also need to somehow do this, but... if you're wondering, this mission is best done in grand battles, by far. It's how I done it. 3.5k HP of tank destroyers in grand battles is not that hard to come by. So yes, at the end of that we get 4.6. So yes, it has been buffed. Is it amazing now? It's good. I wouldn't describe this as super OP. The gun is very, very nice. But the platform is not so nice. Either way, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe, as it does will help me out greatly. And leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the Centurion Action 10. Or don't. As long as you leave a comment, that's all that matters for the YouTube algorithm gods. See you in the next one.